Hey y'all. How y'all doing? Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been forever and a day. My baby girl been on hiatus. I heard your pictures was looking for me. Wait. I heard your pictures was looking for me. Because I could not. I'm sorry. I needed a little breaky break. But the bitch is back. I'm giving you green today, you know, and I think it looks good. What y'all think? What y'all think? Because green really makes brown pop. So, I hope you like it. Thank you for watching.
So first we want to get that skin all nice and hydrated. So I go in with my MAC Peach Light Strobe Cream. It gives a nice little shimmer and is definitely extremely hydrating. I'm going to go in with the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. It's best to let this primer sit on your face so that it can give that sticky finish so that your makeup can grip onto the primer. Now I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty Skin Ease Drop in the color 21. It's a blurring skin tint, kind of like a BB cream, not kind of like a foundation. I love it. It's very thin, giving your skin but better kind of energy. Very, very beautiful. Definitely a 10 out of 10. Would recommend. So now I'm going in with the NYX Professional Makeup Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen in the color Espresso. I love this product because my eyebrows are already pretty thick and it just gives nice like hair strokes. I can kind of go in without it being too heavy and just give that nice like feathered flick of the wrist kind of energy on the brows. But make sure you're going with that spoolie first and shape the brow as to where you want it to be placed. Now I'm going in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer. This concealer is very thick, but I love it for brows because it just snatches the brows a little different. I'm using the color Beautifully Bronze like I always use. It's kind of like the closest color to my complexion. And now I'm just using the e.l.f. concealer brush to buff that out. I love this brush because it's super, super fluffy and it just gets the job done. I've been using this brush for probably over 10 years. Not being old enough to like actually mean you've been using a product for 10 freaking years. Ew. So now we're on to concealer. I'm using the Fenty Skin Bright Fix Concealer in the color Caramel 15. I love this concealer. It's like a little watery, I'm not gonna lie, but when you let it sit, it does thicken up and it just blends out so beautifully. It's just so cute. Then I go to just brighten it up a little bit. I go in with the Clinique Even Better All Over Concealer. And it has an eraser on the top. I never really use it, but something to know. In the color Golden. I think this concealer blends out so beautifully as well. If you guys don't know, I have really dry skin. So it's very important for me to buy hydrating concealers. Because with the powder and then like a thick, dry concealer, I'm just gonna get chalky, patchy mess. So now I'm taking my Angle Blush Brush and I am taking a little bit of the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the color Rich Ebony, dabbing it on my hand, swirling it around on the brush to get an even coating, and then I'm pressing it in the highest points of the hollow of my cheek. Put it on the outskirts of my forehead, and on the bottom of my chin, just to make myself a little bit more angular. Going in with my favorite loose powder, the Fit Me by Maybelline, in the deep fonce color 35. You can get this at the drugstore. Then I'm going ahead and taking a blush brush with my Ebony Black Radiance pressed powder and just setting those places where I put that contour, the cream contour. Then I'm just taking a nice fluffy brush that I got from probably Marshall's or something and just brushing away any of the excess powder that's kind of already just sitting on my face. So now it's time for the eyes. I'm taking a nice thick concealer, probably the e.l.f. concealer that I have in a lighter color, and I'm just blending that in on my eye. Then I'm going back in with the same color that I set my highlight on the top of my lid to give a nice even base. Now I'm going in with the Morphe 35M Boss Mood palette. I don't really know the colors because I threw away the plastic, but I've highlighted the colors for you and you can see that. What I'm doing is just kind of packing on that color. You know, brown skin, sometimes shadow doesn't show up the best. So the best way to do that is to just keep packing on until you see the color and the vibrancy that you desire. Now I'm going in with an even deeper green just to go into that crease. Even deeper green and just pack it on the sides of the lid, because you want to create that nice little kind of like a moon shape on your eye with colors. So we go from lightest to darkest. And you see me hitting the palette just to get that excess color off of the brush so that I don't have much fallout on my face when I'm patting it. I used the James Charles palette. I ended up taking like a green. And I just decided to kind of put it on the lid. I didn't really like it at first, but I was like, you know, you gotta make, if you're gonna do it on one side, you gotta do it on the other. So I just kind of did that and I just went with it. You guys just see me do some nasty shit. But make sure you wet that brush before you put your shimmers on. It helps it to intensify the color. And then you use a pretty shimmer to in the middle. I kind of use like 3 or 4. I highlighted them for you. I'm going in with the Maybelline New York Sky High mascara and the blackest of black. So I couldn't find my black eyeliner pencil, so I had the bright idea to just take a small eyeshadow brush and dip it in some black shadow and carve out my waterline. Now I'm just doing lashes. And then I actually take an eyeshadow palette and I use it for blush. I don't know what possessed me to do this, but I just took some concealer on my lips, rubbed it in, and then lined it with the Jakie Aina palette in the deepest brown. And I went on top of that with the NYX Butter Gloss in the color Tiramisu. And what I was trying to do was give you guys a new lip combo, but it still ended up being the peach that I always put on. So I guess that's what it was supposed to be, right? I'm just going in with the Jakie Aina palette and highlighting those points that I like, my nose bridge, the tip of my nose, and my inner corners with the colors Soleil, Zam, and a little bit of Zola's. I cut it off camera, but I just went ahead and sprayed my face down with some Mario Badescu. And that's it. That's the look.
A while back, a girl was like, oh my god, what green do you have on? Green never works for me. Green will work for us. Green works for brown girls. Green works for brown girls. Green works for brown girls. Like, we can kill that shit. So I'm glad you guys are back, still watching, still here. Been like a little bit of a hiatus from whatever. Bitch had to figure herself out, you know. Figure herself out and shit. Okay. So, thank you for coming back. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Bye, y'all.